coming, our President, our Secretary General here, because it's a very important occasion. Tomorrow, our Honorable Prime Minister is arriving to our Itanagar city. So, during this particular occasion, I think as a responsible political party of the regional political party, we should make a point to meet you and exchange what you want to know from us. In recent developments, I think I should highlight some recent problem also. That is the issue of the NRC, and then there's a peer question in Arunachal Eastern Sector. 2 constituencies are now burning. Then I happen to be one of the members of the High Power Committee. So this is, you may like to ask, but I will not, what going to do the High Power Committee, it will not be disclosed, but you can question it, which is answerable to me, I can also answer. Now question is, the Prime Minister mission is going to announce, I have seen today's program in your paper, so I must welcome them all together, the projects which we have long expected. Number one being the Green Airfield. Green Airfield is a long expected, that which people of Arunachal started right from 89. Almost 30 years it took. If this is commissioning within few years, it will be nice. But so many inaugurations has done, but they have not been attended. Maybe they know, the center knows, state government knows. This should be, project should be, as has been announced, it should be completed within the stipulated time. This is one of the measure. And then regarding our burning issues, which are, we want to reiterate before those coming leaders of the center, that Arunachal, why we are crying identity crisis? That is, we are having a government of Bengal Frontier Regulation Act, that is 1873, and 1896, that is the Chin Hill Regulation. These 2 acts are governing the state of Arunachal Pradesh right from it has got the union territory. We have running this law and this regulations in our state is the imposed law. But today we have seen, as a political worker, as a member of the associated member of many NGO organizations, Government of India, the governors and IAS officers, those who serve the NEFA, they made a lot of mistakes. As a result, we are facing the measure today. Look, this 1873, 1896 rule regulation was the British India government. We have been asked to, regulate. You all are Indian, living in different cities of India, but you have been asked to produce in a line at the police gate points. But there are peoples who already inside the Arunachal, they don't have required to, and they are not even citizen of India. These are some points, burning points. We require the 371A Constitution. 371A has not been given to us. But today, Nagaland and Mizoram, Nagaland has got this act, and Mizoram has got this G. They are having the power to protect their own resources in their respective state. But in our state, even our Honorable Chief Minister Pema Khandu Bai wants to ask a banner mill or sawmill, he has to go to Delhi, permission from the Ministry of Environment. Then only he can obtain. But this is, we have been given half, maybe very many regions. We may be very sensitive areas. But even then, at the cost of Indian, security region, we cannot be deprived like this. We have to be guarded. We have to be given privilege. We are not promoting any hostility, any underground, any crime syndicate. Our political system, especially my party, PPA, belongs to that cause only. That Arunachal should be allowed to remain, allowed to work under that act, under that regulation. But government of India, maybe Congress government, maybe now BJP government, they are not sincere. Even I have traveled those last few weeks in the name of Joint High Power Committee. Both the BJP and Congress are not sincere. Even they are not able to attend the meeting regularly. That way, I have witnessed this is unfortunate. Of course, the APSU is working well, and we regional peoples all the time we are attending, and therefore,
citizen amendment.
Therefore, this is a ongoing problems which we are facing today. Now, learning most important is the citizen, the amendment bill. It is going to be again problem for us because Assam is the corridor. If Assam, those floating people, hanging people are been, this has been giving full pledges, then tomorrow they will run away to Assam, and the Assam, as British did. British did Assam Valley, Barak Valley, is suitable for the tea gardens only. Therefore, those valley people, they have to away from the those cultivation area, and they have to enter like a snake somewhere in Nagaland, Mizoram, or Manipur, Meghalaya, Arunachal. Some of them in Darjeeling, the Sikkim. So this is out of the British policy. Assam has been affected. Now, question of regularizing this, the citizens, अभी जो हो रहा है, ये जो बर्निंग हो रहा है, उसके ऊपर में आप लोग थोड़ा हम लोग को मदद करना होगा, because we are worried. We have already victimized of the Tibetan refugees, of the Bangladesh refugees, and then Changma Hojan refugees. More on the top of that, the immigrants, interstate problems the Arunachal is facing, because there is no clear-cut demarcation of the border state, Assam and Arunachal. People are loitering and they are tapping our resources illegally, and they are entering into Arunachal territory like a snake. So how long we will tolerate it? So definitely the Prime Minister visit, we are not able to call on him or submit memorandum, but our leaders, ruling party must know our sentiment time and again. I think our President, and you may like to ask any more question.
Today our basic is on PPA's opinion as regards to our stand on PRC, and then we thought of having a press conference today because he is just back from Lekang. So Mr. Kamen Ringu is the chairman PPA. So we wanted the media people to interact more with him and find out how genuine the PPA stand on PRC. And the other issue on which we are really concerned is on CAB, Citizenship Amendment Bill. Now, why PPA is concerned? Because we have been watching for the last 2-3 months the entire noticed all the organizations plus even the state governments, Meghalaya, Mizoram. Arunachal has been silent that way. Other than Arunachal, almost all the northeastern states, we have been raising our voice against the Citizenship Amendment Bill turning into an act. Now, this is almost, now we are coming to the second stage. In the first stage, our appeal has been, overheard. It has been passed in the Lok Sabha. Now, our question is, our appeal to APSU and all the organizations, even not only in Arunachal, in the entire notice is, now if this amendment bill is passed in the Rajya Sabha, what should be our next step? This is a very important question. And PPA, we would like to appeal to the intellectuals, to all the organizations in Arunachal, and especially not only in Arunachal, in the entire notice is that in case if this bill is passed in the Rajya Sabha, that would prove that the central government has no, they overlook the interest of the sentiments of the people of the Northeast. And the only way out is, we have been suggesting that the only way out would be to fight it democratically. Instead of just boycotting anyone's visit in the state. Democratically, how we can fight is, the PPA would appeal to all that the party which is behind the passage of this bill should be boycotted in the elections. This is the only way out. And a fresh government should come, and that fresh new government will get it amended in the parliament. That is the only way out. So, regarding PRC, Mr. Ringu is here, our president is here. They know much about the background of this, and PPA is very clear about its standard. In any case, in no case, PRC should be issued. There should not be any type of compromise. And Mr. Ringu is back from there. He is very convinced that if any compromise is made on PRC, that is going to be very dangerous for the future of the state. And regarding CAPE, I have already told you, it's a very serious matter. And then most of us are under the impression that Arunachal is a protected state. Most of us, we feel that it's protected under BEF, Bengal Eastern Regulation Frontier Act. But then, I think yesterday I was reading an article on this issue. In Nagaland, from Nagaland University, you know, the teachers of Nagaland University have written to the Nagaland government saying that CAPE does not, Nagaland cannot be protected by under Article 371A and inner line. It is written there that, you know, CAPE overlooks inner line protection. So Arunachal is under the impression that we are protected by the inner line permit. But that has to be verified. So we would like everybody, all the university-going students also, to find out how exactly CAPE is going to hamper us. But then now the fear is there. We feel insecure that CAPE is definitely going to be almost like bringing a law which brings about uniformity towards the entire country.
Press fraternity, last many years, many months, we could not able to meet each other. For that, very sorry. Our silence has got also some meaning why we kept silent. That is different. But today, as a lone regional political party, our primary interest, our paramount interest is to protect the interests of the state. For that, what we have experienced and what we have seen is that although we are a protected state, as Ringu has spoken, that 1873 Bengal Frontier Act, 1896 Chen Hill Act, like that, we have been protected constitutionally. But when we are under the Indian nation sovereignty, we got Union Territory in 1971, and then we got full-fledged state 1987, and 20th February, and 19th February, Mizoram also got the same statehood. Next day, we were also given this statehood. And Mizoram, when it is a question of protected, then 1964 to 69, Chiang Mai and Hajongs were put in this sanctuary, reserve forest of the Diamond Bordumsa. Diamond Bordumsa. That is one national park is there, the Namdapha National Park, under Namdapha National Park. That is during British Congress government, Congress regime, they did all these things. Then secondly, the same Congress regime, when 1987 statehood was given to Arunachal Pradesh, the Mizoram was given all the rights, the resource right, the civil and criminal administration and customary right, everything was given to them. Because the Laldinga was exiled from the Mizoram, from many regions. Mizoram was not supposed to be in India. They want to exclude from the India. Then Mizoram was given all the facilities. But the next day, Arunachal was given the statehood, but all the provision which was given in the Mizoram is not included in the statehood bill of the Arunachal Pradesh. Then rather the governor of Arunachal is given a special power instead of giving our right. This sort of two things, the national parties, they undermine our sentiment. Because of this statehood loophole, all the hydropower MOUs was signed during 2007 to 9, and so many mining minerals. This all sign took place in Delhi, not in Arunachal Pradesh. And the prior consent was never taken from the stakeholders. Because of that, we are resourceless. Arunachal cannot able to crawl. And we cannot stand ourselves. That's why they are underestimating our sentiment. They don't take care to us. So this present government, so far this Citizen Amendment Bill Act, which is not at all acceptable, digestible for the Arunachalis, because the Chakma and Hajongs who are already there, they are automatically getting the citizenship. The Tibetans who are already here since 1959, they ran away, fled away from Tibet to India. They are all refugees, but they are also now become a Indian citizen. But whether they will be kept within the restricted area in Arunachal Pradesh or they will be deported from Arunachal Pradesh. And many other things, then it will be like a Tripura. We have seen that entire scenery of the Tripura, how Tripuris are, the Burmans were. Their pictures are in the museum only. By number, they are totally helpless. Like that, it will be again same history will be here in Arunachal Pradesh also. They see this Arunachal is a fertile land. It is a per capita or what called people ratio is land is quite enough per square kilometer. What is our 17% per square kilometer?